142. 142. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's very nice to see you and to meet and to get together in this first Shabbat of the year, actually. It's the first, it's actually the second Shabbat of the year. This year, the first Shabbat was, what happened? The first Shabbat of the year was Yom Kippur. And the second Shabbat of the year was Sukkot, so it's the third one. But why I'm saying that this is like the first Shabbat of the year? Because the Chores are behind us. So now we're starting the year. We just did Simchat Torah 2 days ago, and we were all of us dancing with the Torahs, and we celebrated the conclusion of the cycle of reading Torah. We read the last verses of the Torah, and we also read the first verses of the Torah just 2 days ago. And we were reminded that the Torah is the heart of the Jewish people, that the Torah is the heart of our existence, it's the place from where we take our values, the place of connection for us. So tomorrow we start to read Torah again. We start with the first words. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim bet haaretz. The beginning, God created heaven and earth. And we reconnect with the creation of man and with the stories that conform our identity. And when we reconnect with the stories that conform our identity, we remember that also at the very beginning of the Torah, we are introduced to Shabbat, one of the most wonderful gifts that were given to us. So we will start our Shabbat by lighting Shabbat candles on page 120. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. You read in English? the source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness. Help us to find the knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. And trying to focus on that love, we start our Kabbalat Shabbat singing from the Song of the Songs, from Shir HaShirim, Ani ledodi bedodi li, I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine, on page 129. Shabbat, we go to the encounter with the divine. We try to open our hearts to the possible joy of this day. L'chunana la'Adonai on page 130. Shalom, everyone. You know, when we are less people in the sanctuary, and today we are obviously less people. We are more used to have more people, and we even took out 50 chairs. So it changes the balance. So all those that are here right now, we need to be partners in creating that balance. And how do we create that balance? The first thing that we need to do is to get rid of this. But we can't do that now. We're in the middle of the service. So the other thing that we can do is to make sure that we are, all of us together, trying to sing and to fill the space with your energies and with your voices. So Shabbat is not a day of lack. It's a day of richness and fullness. So let's bring our voices and our hearts to fill this sanctuary with our spirits. On page 134, Zamru Adonai Bechinor. Page 138, we welcome Shabbat as a real presence in our lives, as a bride. We think of Shabbat, we compare Shabbat with the bride, because when we see it coming, see it entering into our lives, we had that sense of magic, that sense of beauty that just love can create. On page 138, please join me for Lecha Dodi. Close your eyes. You can imagine the bride coming into this place. Bohi beshalom ateret bahala gam besimcha ubetola. Shabbat Shalom again. And now that we have welcome Shabbat, we went through almost the entire Kabbalat Shabbat before the beat service. You can look at the people surrounding you and say Good Shabbos. And you can even move to and reach out to each other and say Good Shabbos. I will do that. I will personally go to say Good Shabbos. You can do that too. Yeah, why not? You're trying to say Shabbat Shalom. And if you see somebody that you don't know, introduce yourself. We are 20 people in a room. Make sure that if you see somebody that you don't know, you introduce yourself. Ali, I want to know you better, Ali. No. Shabbat shalom. There's something. We are not so correct. Chavez. We'll do something else. Yeah. So, you see what happens? We told you to sing, and you were trying to do that. But we told you to talk, and then you are like 100 people. You are like 100 people. That's amazing. Look at you have superpowers. Okay, we're on page 140, and we're going to learn. Even if you are not very comfortable with Hebrew, this is your opportunity to learn one sentence. It's very simple, okay? So can you say? So we have been trying to teach it over the last couple of weeks. It's very simple. Can you say Hallelujah? That's an easy one, right? And then the rest is Ma Gadlu. Say Ma Gadlu. Magadlu, how great. Ma'asecha ya, your deeds, source of all being. Ma'asecha ya. That was very clear. Me'od amku, very profound, very deep, are your thoughts. Machshevotecha. Say, that is very hard in English. Machshevotecha. Can you say that? But when we sing, we say, Machshevotecha. It's easier. Machshevotecha. So let's try. Magadlu. Masecha ya. Me'od amku. Machshevotecha. Hallelujah, you remember, right? Let's start with Hallelujah. So if you need to read that, where is it? Tell me, where is it? It's on page 140. In the middle, you can read that too. Hallelujah. 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 And again. Can you hold Hallelujah? So we will try with the text. Hallelujah. No, we'll try the text once and then we will join her. Hallelujah. 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 We turn our Sidurim to page 144 for Hetzi Kaddish. יתגדל והתקדש מרבה, בעלמא דברה חילותי בימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב באמרו יש מרב המבורך לעולם ולעול בעלמיה. יתברך בהשתבח, מתפאר בתרומך, מתנשא בהתהדר, בהתעלה, בהתהלל שמת קודשה. לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, קדוש וחטא ונחמתה, תמידה ועלמא ואמרו Amen. So if you are under the age of 10, right? So, and you like to join me to do Barhu, I love you to come to the Bima, Sydney and Amita and Josh and all those that want to join me. Let's try it together. Let's try. Come to lead service with me for a couple of minutes. I feel lonely. I brought Noga. Okay, so you can join us eventually. Or you can play Legos. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya-la-la-la-la-la, ya-la-la-la-la. Switch to that. Ya-la-la-la-la, 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 ya-la-la-la-la. Baruchu et Adonai המבורך. Baruch Adonai המבורך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד. יאללה לילה יאללה לילה We're on page 148. Please, let's read together. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, softly alters the time and changes the seasons. Stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzebaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Arabim. On page 150, we try to, before the Shema, we try to surround ourselves with a sense of love, an everlasting love, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Close your eyes and to become aware of your breath. We run so much during the week. We are all the time busy with something else. In Shabbat, we dedicate to ourselves time to breathe. Just some time. Take a deep breath, become one. Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. We are on page 154. Let's chant together. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך בדברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשופקך ובקומך, וקשרתם להוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על משושות ביתך ובשעריך. And let's read the last paragraph in English together. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem emet. Emet be'una kol sod bekayam aleinu. Ki hu Adonai Eloheinu. Ben zulato ve'anachnu Yisrael Amo. We continue with the silent reading over page 156. When your children witness your presence, they praise your name in gratitude, and they accepted your sovereignty. Moshe, Miriam, and all Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices with joy. Who is like you, O God? Mi kamocha v'elim Adonai, on page 158. מיד חסק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, קהל ישראל. On page 160, we think the blessing for our inner peace, and we mix Ashkivino with the words of one day. Do you know one day? Yeah. Okay.
More or less.
Well, Gabi usually sings that. Right? Gabi can't be here tonight. So we asked Noga to fulfill. You're lucky. And, but I didn't check with you if you know one day. Okay, so we are going to sing one day, and then Ashkiveinu, and then the two of them together.
But I never let it get me down.
בעמידנו שומרנו לחיים השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום בעמידנו שומרנו לחלום one day one day one day one day one day one day ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Blessed are you Adonai, God of Israel, shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel and over Jerusalem. שמרו בני ישראל את השבת is a transgenerational covenant between God and the children of Israel to keep Shabbat as a part of our lives, and while keeping Shabbat as a part of our lives, Shabbat keeping us alive. Page 162, Beshamru. Page 164 for Tfilat Amidah. And I invite you to use the millennia-old words of our tradition, but also I encourage you to close your eyes and to try to think about your personal prayer, about the things that you need to say, the things that you need to ask for. On page 164. Adonai, Sefatai tiftach ufri yahi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever. For you are sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel and all the peoples of the world with peace. Say Shalom Bim Bromav on page 180, and you may be seated. Shalom Bim Bromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu.
Uyaseh Shalom Bim Bromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu.
Oseh Shalom Bim Bromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. Uyaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Uyaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh Shalom Bim Bromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Bim Bromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Bim Bromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. Uyaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Uyaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kol ha'olam. At the end of our Filat Amidah, we add one more prayer. We ask for those that are in need of healing. So if you have a name that you'd like to remind, I'd like to have a list. Thank you. We remember Kila Bailey, Jennifer Baker, Miles Boymel, Brett Gensel-Derman, Bob Fox, Harry Fox, Macy Friedman, Arthur Framkin, Rhonda Framkin, Ruby Colbert, Nat Goodfriend, Gary Gruber, Sylvia Hernandez, Sidel Jazz, who is doing better, Rachel Lacrosse, Sydney Lambert, Charlotte Lemond, Jen Lewinson, Max Lead, Sam Lager, Jack Mandel, Phil Marcos, Corny Melblom, Alan Miller, Marilyn Page, Dory Palmer, Fran Rose, Jack Rose, Cole Sachs, Sten Sackler and Christina Sanchez, Maurice Jenk, Fran Sherman, Elaine Sokol, Alan Solomon, Elaine Solomon, Mark Spiegel, who is doing better too, Marlene Spiegel, Linda Stein, Georgetta Wedner, Jack Weisman, and Bill Wilson. Now we try to come with our energies and to elevate a prayer for those that are dealing with illness in their souls, in their hearts, in their minds, those that are dealing with addictions. We think of all of them. Misha Berach on page 371. Wish to all of them רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, a complete and fast recovery. So this is the first Torah portion of the cycle. And I was thinking that it will be an interesting idea to talk about the nature of Torah, or to share one sentence about the nature of Torah. She didn't come to the world to make us feel easy or more comfortable. She came to the world to challenge the potential easiness that might define our approach to our existence. She came to tell us that we are responsible for the world, that humanity has a key role in the creation. She came to tell us that our lives are a gift that should be treasured, and so are the lives of our fellow humans and all existence. She is here to remind us that our existence is a complex and sometimes... Guys, I'm doing a sermon now. If you don't mind, you can play it in the side or outside. It's fine, 5 minutes. 3-minute sermon. If you don't mind. Thank you. I was trying to think and I thought that that was the voice of my thoughts. I said, no, that's not me. That's not me. What's going on? There's something else. That's somebody else. It's fine. You can't talk. this is not for you. You can take 5 minutes break. That's fine. You can play a little bit in the side, outside. That's fine. So she came us to tell, from the middle, she came to tell us that our lives are a gift that should be treasured, and so are the lives of our fellow humans and all existence. She is here to remind us that our existence is complex, and sometimes, in the attempt of escaping that complexity, we can hurt and be hurt. Right on its first sentence, the Torah presents itself as what it is. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim be'et haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The school of Shammai says, first the heavens were created, and then the earth. As it is written, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. The school of Hillel says, first the earth was created, and then the heavens. As it is written, in the day that God made the earth and the heavens. This is Genesis chapter 2. Said the school of Hillel to the school of Shammai. According to your interpretation, would one build a loft before one builds a house? For it is written, who builds his upper chambers in the heavens and has founded his stairway upon the earth. Say the school of Shammai to the school of Hillel. According to your interpretation, would one make according to your interpretation, one would make a footstool and then make a chair. For it is written, so said God, heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. And then the sages in the Talmud said, both were created together. As it is written in Isaiah 48:13, my hand also founded the earth, and my right hand spanned the heavens. When I call to them, they stand up together. The Talmud says they were created together. Meaning that even when we are dealing with a very complicated earthly reality, we should not forget our aspirations. But it also works in the opposite direction. In our eagerness to see our heavenly dreams come true, we cannot separate ourselves from the challenges that our earthly reality presents to us. Bereshit. So right at the beginning of this cycle of Torah reading, let's wish ourselves the courage to embrace complexity. Let's remind ourselves that a life without a heaven to look up to encompasses an unbearable darkness. And that, on the other hand, a life without our feet on earth has no basis and no possibility for growth. May this be a year of deep connection to our reality and of hard work toward our dreams. Let's remember, our reality and our dreams are being created together. Shabbat Shalom. On page 586, please rise for Aleinu Leshabeach. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר וראשית, שלא עשנו כגוי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, ולא שם חלקנו כהם, כל עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו השמיים ממעל, ושכינתו בגובי מרומים, ואלוהינו אינו אמת מלכנו, אפס הולדתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אלוהיך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, הארץ מעל הארץ מתחת עינו, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, היום ההוא אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. This point of our service, we dedicate a moment to remind dear souls among our congregation that have a yahrzeit this week.
Nathalia Ackerman, Pasia Karolinsky, Aaron Pfluger, Wendy Klatzker, Zeta Leland, Edward Upman, Jane Berman Purdy, Edith Burns, Nathan Sosnovich, Sydney Glasser, Michael Rothbart, Donna Stratton, Ida Weiser, Dick Blosser, Esther Asa, Leonard Bloom, Rose Levine, Anita Monick, Edward Rubin, Bill Weiser, Morris Weiss, Harold Coleman, Franny Kleetz, Abraham Silverstein, Grace Gottlieb, Aurelia Morlet, Marie Owen, and Helen Schraps. Okay, and we're in the slow sheen for Honey Weinstein, Jim Atkinson, Sam Sapira, Claire Mizraki, Ann Goldman-Nowitz, and Kim Van Winkle.
If you are during the first 7 days of mourning, Shiva, please rise. Claudia, can you remind me the name of your grandmother? If you are during the first 30 days of mourning, Shloishim, please rise. If you are during the first year of mourning, please rise. If you have a yahrzeit this week, please rise. Now you can support our fellows by standing or sitting, joining us with your voices, your kavanot, your intentions, and your hearts for Mourners Kaddish on page 598. And I ask all the rest to respect this moment with sacred silence. יתגדל ויתקדש, בעלמא דברה חילותי, בימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, באמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דה מירם בעלמה באמרו, יש למה רבה מן שמיה, בחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל באמרו אמן. עושה שלום באמרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל באמרו אמן. May their memories be for a blessing, זיכרונם לברכה. You may be seated. Tomorrow we will add to our Shabbat celebration a very special theme. This is the month for breast cancer awareness. So we are all wearing pink tomorrow morning. You got your pink kippah, Mark? You know, I am colorblind. It looks white to me. But I understand from your motion that that's a pink. We have a pink kippahs for everybody. And Miriam got me a kippah in my style in a pink color. So thank you, Miriam. To extend that a little bit, but it will work. It's hard to find this size. So we will celebrate Shabbat, and we will encourage those that are dealing with this terrible illness. We will encourage those that need to check themselves often to make sure that everything is fine. Torah teaches us, "Ushamartem meod al nafshotechem." You shall keep yourself, you shall protect your souls very well. And you know, in Judaism, we don't separate between body and soul. They are together. That's a one-thing package, at least during our lifetime. Later, I don't know. That's for a different conversation. And we will also remember those that we lost because of this terrible illness. So join us tomorrow in prayer. Join us tomorrow in support. Join us tomorrow in encouraging those that need to take care of their health, and also in memory. Join us tomorrow in memory. So tomorrow, Pink Shabbat, and we have a pink challah that Lori prepared. You did, right, Lori? Yes. So Lori prepared a pink challah, and we have all kind of pink stuff, right? We have some pink desserts, and I have a red shirt. I think it counts like, no. Okay. So Nordstrom, 7:30. Ah, there is a walk, right. 7:45. So it's better that she walks rather than being in Nordstrom. so John Filowitz is leading a walk at 7:45 tomorrow morning. So for those that like to hike, you can hike, and then you can come to services. At 9 a.m., we have our traditional Torah study, and our Havaya school is also at 9 a.m. You can join us. And at 10 a.m., we have services followed by pink desserts. Yes, we have a play date. We have Beyachat play date. Alison decided. So tomorrow we have a Beyachat play date. So it's a more informal and more casual gathering. And at 9 a.m. for children between the ages of 2 to 5. But 5, they already come to Havaya. So if you are 5 years old, come to Havaya. If you are less than 5 years old, come to Beyachat. So we are going to conclude our service, not before we remind you that a week from today, we will read, 8 days from today, we will read, which Torah portion are we going to read? You tell me. Noah, that's the one that comes after Bereshit. You are right. And one of the main topics of Noah is the ark and the animals and saving the animals. All the humans know him for a different conversation, but we save the animals. I'll try to kosher it up on Saturday morning next week. But we save the animals, and it's a great opportunity to say how much we love our animals and how our animals are a part of our lives. So we have a Friday night Kabbalat Shabbat, pet friendly. So this, if you always wanted to daven with your doggies, you have two. If you always wanted to bring your cat for a special Misheberach, if you want to embrace your snake while davening the Tfilat Amidah, come next Friday. I think we're having a snake coming. We're having a snake coming. We have my dog is coming too. Sancho is coming. So he's joining us for Kabbalat Shabbat. And we have a vegan dinner. We saw that vegan is good. So we have a vegan chili. So please join us next week with your pet, or if you want to get in touch with other pets, just come. You can come yourself and join us for services next Friday night. That was enough. Now we are going to conclude our service on page 625 with Adon Olam. And as I told you, we will add a new melody for Adon Olam next week. Next week. So I said new melody, and Sarah was like, no. Yes, next week we will add a new melody for Adon Olam. It's time of renewal. It's a new year, so we got to learn a little bit. Adon Olam, אשר מלך, ותן הכל ויציב מילה, ואת נשא וחפצו כל, עשי מלך שמו נקרא, ואחרי ככלות הכל, לבדו ימלוך נורא, והוא יהיה, והוא הווה, והוא יהיה, ותפארה, והוא אחד, ואין שני, שלא להכבידה, ולי ראשית, ולי תכלית, ואוהב ההוס והמזרח, והוא אלי, וחי גלי, צוחני והצלה, והוא ניסי, ומנוס לי ומלת כוסי, ויומק להי ויענו, הפקיד רוחי, את אישן והעילה, והים רוחי גביעתי, אדוני לי ואלוהי אלה. May we find the courage to deal with our reality and to embrace our dreams. Adonai os le'amo iten, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Shabbat shalom. La 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 la.